Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Momodu Krubali again. I come to you this evening to speak with you regarding Deyda Hydara's assassination that happened 10 years ago. I'd like to join the rest of the Gambian people to condemn this ruthless killing of a very responsible individual. But rather than repeating what many of you have said and written on social media, I'd like to take a look at who Deyda Hydara is, what his crimes were, and why we need to defend such type of acts, and why we must always speak against injustice in our country. First of all, Deyda was a responsible individual, a true lover of the Gambia as a nation. He was a brother, a husband, a father, an uncle, and someone that his family loves very dearly, and the Gambian people. His crimes were very simple. This guy actually was working to move our nation forward by starting a business, hiring Gambians to be able to provide for their families, and to inform the nation, to inform some of us or the nation that was not well informed. To basically, all he was doing was reporting issues that were happening for the citizens to decide and for them to be informed. But Yaya Jammeh, being the coward that he is, and being an irresponsible leader that he is, someone who cannot dialogue, decided to take matters into his own hands rather than encourage a businessman, rather than encourage a media individual, rather than dialogue and answer questions and give information. He decided to kill a responsible Gambian. I hope Yaya understands that Deyda's family, a human just like him, and if this were to happen to him, his family would feel just as bad and angry like Deyda's family and the Gambian people are right now. But we have to look at the bigger picture here, brothers and sisters. What we are fighting for is not only the killing of Deyda Hydara, which obviously is wrong, but we must, as a people, understand that we must not only fight for the popular issues, but for those unpopular issues, like the issues that Deyda was reporting was unpopular to the Jammeh regime. So the Gambian people need to understand, by defending Deyda right now, is in a sense defending ourselves, so that when we get on the other side of these unpopular issues, that nation will rise and say, yes, we don't agree with you, but that doesn't mean we're going to kill you. That doesn't mean you don't have a right to speak up. This is what fighting for freedom is all about. We're not a group of people that just want to fight the Jammeh regime. If there was a rule of law, if there was an effective justice system, that we feel like people are given a chance to defend themselves, if there was no assassinations, no tortures, no killings, there would not be a lot of people fighting this regime. But by trying to silence people through fear and killing responsible individuals like Deyda Hydara, or by trying to tamper on the rights of a small minority of groups, we must rise and defend these unpopular issues and these small groups, because we want the nation to rise up and defend us when we find ourselves to be in the minority or speaking about unpopular issues. This is the essence of fighting for the freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and ensuring that we live in a country where citizens can speak without fear of being jailed or fear of being killed. This is the reason why we're fighting. And I hope the people understand that if we don't defend these unpopular issues right now, that someday we're going to be the ones that might find ourselves in trouble or getting killed. This is the issue, my friends. And this is where we must ensure that we frame the conversation to be directed not on the morality of anything, but if it is right and to ensure that we're carrying on a conversation that affects our lives as Gambians, ensuring that anything that we fight for is to give us freedom and be able to move our nation forward. Mbani Gambian ko ntel Mamadou Coulibaly ntel natale jankore ke bidu niaje natale ya nata pour nal diamu wala nyinti ko binom sanji tanti bir ya jamina la man sakunda Deyda Hydara fa Deyda Hydara dum mbinga lon ko Gambian kendolom Gambianolom me alon ko ay Gambia banko kanula Gambia dinglom adum dede mu wandi dingleti am wandi falti am wandi keleti am wandi badingleti a badingol membe kamfarin bi ani Gambia dingol membe kamfarin na kamfaye mol naati silo men kan wolom nyinti ko Gambia mansa kundabe menke kan janni be Deyda Hydara fala non Deyda Hydara menke wolom nyinti ko ay business ole start Gambia business o me alon ko pour ka banko samba nyaata lom o business o Gambia dingol ta do ko lale ay do ko dila do ko me alon ko ke la dimba balndi wala adum ala business o fana be silo men kan man tara fani ya silo kan de fen nin keda abe wala safe kan pour Gambia dingol ya lom ye fahamu ya decide be ko kala nyame bari ya Jammeh mu mole di hadma dum me alon ko hani diamo o price si tablo ani mole diamo o naman d'accord fen na ani mol ka kacano ate kem faro dron birin dere ya safe masa kunda men be kerem sare o kono ya Jammeh bari ate ya mira ko silan Gambia kem matel tadi anala man sakunda wulte tare ye Deyda Hydara fa ni woman Gambia di wo Gambia din silen mo me ya lon ka wulte business o ke business o me ya lon ko abe Gambia dingol nafa kan Gambia banko nafa kan ni woman Gambia dingol men silan malo mo ne be silan kadu nimma wuli bi ye Deyda le fa because Deyda e même fo wala ma nyang odo nintel dol fana wulda nga fem fo me yalon ko ma nyang o mo jama man d'accord akola fo nyantantel fana falal ba na banko nyante melon na ani ya Jammeh man sukuna nyante melon na wala nyidi ko banko be d'accord no la kuma kilena nimman d'accord fon si sila nga kacha nga diamu banko dingol ani fana wala nyindi ko ni moy fem fo me yalon ka man ke siloti man sa bele je man sa si kiti ni nole bari banko dingol fana nyanda sembo so da sembo me yalon ko ni fenje me yalon ka man nyai si diamu no sakare me fa ndel ka nyine kele banko digo banko ding ye sem nyanda sembo so la sembo me yalon ko siwuli no ye diamu satara imam mo disrespect satara imam mo neni isi diamu no ni fenje ma nyang satara mo te fala kado nimmo wo stop saying nim bi melni ya Jammeh be sila kele ni na kan fura nyo ko matra be fanam falale adum banko bu katano nyaaro nya banko ma nyana tala wonya nyino na kelote nyina nan kale ko alimbe nga denga ita ya Jammeh ko Gambia banko warta mo klinyele a warta kuma klinyele nyanta sila banko kam banko me ala ko besi diam non si kacca ngalla moy nyola Senegal banko ka woleke ila radio ka woleke ka kacca e ni la mol e ñoo faham wala na Senegal banko e bu coup d'état moy je wala na Senegal banko e bu kam mo fal moy je wala na Senegal banko birin Ablaye Wade ko abe man sa tala sembo kan banko dingul gulta fon si ñoo faham ndile ina na natale jambi al ni barabake salam